Hi all. So today we're looking at contemporary India and education. So this is one textbook. Hope it's clear. Contemporary India and education, prescribed by Tamilnadu Teacher Education University, Chennai. So I'm following as per this textbook. No sponsors, but publisher is Sri Ram Publishers. So what are the important things that a teacher student must know with reference to contemporary India and education? First and foremost, when you're appearing for the exam, you must have a general point of view when you sit for the exam. Write from a very neutral perspective or neutral shoe. So this is how the paper goes or the questions asked. So Unit 1 is Education in Contemporary India, Constitutional Context. So what is very important here is levels of education. So these are the levels of education: pre-primary, primary, secondary, senior secondary, higher, professional, distance, optional education. Next one is types of education. There are three types of education, that is formal, informal and non-formal. And informal, we have fixed curriculum, appointed teachers, building, there is school building, okay, or college building, scheduled time for work, admission procedure, examination system, certification. So schools and colleges fall under formal education, and informal education is open one or the open university, and non-formal education is family and friends. And the next one which is important is nature or characteristics of education. So the nature of education are lifelong process, systematic process, development of individual and society, modification of behavior, training, instructional and deduction, life. So education is life, it's continuous reconstruction of experience, individual adjustment, balanced development, dynamic process, bipolar process, three-dimensional process, and leads to growth. So these are the characteristics of education. Fourth point is aims of education. So we have general aims and we have specific aims. Under general aims, we have individual aims and we have social aims. Under specific aims, we have knowledge aim, vocational aim, moral aim, complete living aim, leisure aim, and harmonious development of personality. Next, fifth point is function of education. There are three functions of education. Firstly, towards individual, next towards society, and finally towards nation. Sixth one is preamble of Indian Constitution. I believe all of us know this, and this is again very important. Justice, liberty, equality, fraternity. Very, very important is the fundamental rights: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies, right to education, right to information. So fundamental rights are very, very important. And lastly, silent features of RTE. RTE is again very important. Compulsory and free education for all, benchmark mandate for primary education, special admission for have-nots, quantity and quality of teachers, zero tolerance against discrimination, all-round development of children, improving learning outcome, proper implementation of RTE. So these are the silent features of RTE. So this was all about Unit 1. So quickly to sum up, in Unit 1, levels of education, types of education, characteristics of education, aims of education, functions of education, fundamental rights, and finally features of RTE is very, very important. Moving on to Unit 2. Unit 2 is understanding social diversity. So firstly, levels of social diversity is very, very important. That is individual, regional, linguistic, religious, castes and tribes. Next, Interdisciplinary nature of education is important. That is education and philosophy, education and psychology, education and sociology, education and anthropology, education and politics, and education and history. So in unit 2 only these 2 points are important. Again, to sum up, it is levels of social diversity and interdisciplinary nature of education. Unit 3, we have educational demands of individuals and diverse communities. In Unit 3, only one thing is important, that is programs to achieve universalization of education. That is SSA, RUSA, RMSA, and integrated education and inclusive education. SSA is Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. RMSA is Rashtriya Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan, and RUSA is Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan. And one next thing which is important in Unit 3 is 4 pillars of education as viewed by Delors Commission report. This is very important. We had a question in the year 2023. The 4 pillars of education are learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. Next, moving on to Unit 4. Unit 4 is language policy in education, and what's very important in language policy in education is views of great thinkers on medium of instruction, and the thinkers are Tagore, Gandhi, and Vivekananda. So these 3 thinkers are very important. And the last one is implications of equality of educational opportunities. There's no prescribed points as such that I would be mentioning about, but it would be great if you know the last unit in general, and you are confident about it using your common sense. I think that would do for this paper, Contemporary India and Education. If you are done with these points, I think you are going to get great marks. Thank you.